Are you starting to notice with the recent time change that you're not feeling as motivated or as energized as you usually do? Or maybe this pandemic has you feeling down and slightly depressed. Or if you're like me and you suffer from seasonal affective disorder, which is seasonal depression, I'm going to share with you light therapy. I'm going to give you a whole rundown on how this particular therapy is really impactful. And we're going to share with you a guide, a protocol that I've built through my own experience in working with my own body and my patients to resolve your seasonal depression, your inability to get motivated and energized. Stay tuned for this amazing natural therapy that is going to literally bring sunshine into your life. Stay tuned. So today we're going to talk about seasonal depression, clinical depression, insomnia or sleep imbalances, as well as low energy that particularly hits around the winter, fall and winter months. Currently, the state of filming, we are a few weeks after the time change that has us falling back, and we are approaching the shorter, darker days that occur with the winter months here in the Northern Hemisphere. And if you suffer from occasional depression or clinical depression or sleep imbalances, low energy, maybe you've been diagnosed with seasonal affective disorder, and you might even experience skin conditions like eczema and psoriasis, I'm going to share with you this amazing light therapy box. Actually, all of these are resources that you can use. And this particular light therapy box is pretty amazing. So this Daylight Classic Plus is the unit that I have the most experience clinically with. And I'm going to share with you a little bit about how that can help you deal with some of these really, really annoying symptoms like food cravings for sweets or comfort foods, as well as malaise, low energy. Maybe you feel like sleeping all day. And even for folks that have irritability and just feeling like you're not yourselves. First, I want to let you know that this is very common and it happens every year. And a lot of folks that live above the Mason-Dixon line experience this the most. However, because of the pandemic state that we are in, I'm honestly concerned about all of us because we are experiencing unprecedented times of social isolation, staying indoors and limiting our outbound experiences. And with that comes anxiety and insomnia and irritability, emotional imbalances, as well as depression. So if you are sitting here at home and feeling like this year is absolutely the suckiest year ever, we can totally relate here at Natural Health Resources. And I want to share with you in today's video some resources, tips, and tools like light therapy boxes that can greatly impact your life in a positive way. I'm going to break down how to use them. I'm going to share with you my own personal experience because I literally have been saved by light therapy. And I also am going to share with you a download, a protocol that I've built over now it's almost 20 years of working with seasonal affective disorder and experiencing that in my own life. This is a very powerful protocol that will focus on neurotransmitter balancing. It focuses on herbal therapies and lifestyle changes and external resources like light therapy that can greatly benefit you and even your family members. Seasonal depression, or really any type of depression, is a state of chemical dysregulation within your brain. And there are a lot of different sources and causes of this, but for many people, the seasonal changes really tips off the capacity for the body to create and manufacture certain chemicals and hormones that regulate our day and night cycle. We call that day and night cycle our circadian rhythm. And I've been interviewed a lot recently about tips and resources to balance your circadian rhythm. So some of the balancing practices that you can employ will be focused on enhancing some of the foundational chemicals and neurotransmitter food, if you will, to help regulate and balance out the serotonin and the dopamine levels in your brain. And essentially what is happening when you feel like these darker days and the state of isolation from quarantining and staying at home are just so overwhelming to you, you just want to shut in, or you're really tired, or maybe you're flip-flopped on your sleep cycle and you're up all night and you are sleeping during the day and you just don't feel like yourself. Well, there's an actual biochemical reason behind that. And that is one of the things that I've highlighted in my protocol, this particular protocol. What I want to do in today's video is pair up this protocol with light therapy. It is really critical that you employ two different methodologies here, and they are synergistic in terms of the benefits they have on your body. What you want to do is you want to grab a light box like this Daylight Classic Plus. This is a bigger model, and it has the ability for you to read or maybe even put on your makeup in the morning. But this is a very powerful 10,000 lux light box that literally delivers full spectrum light. And why that's critical is when the days are darker and we're feeling imbalance in our circadian rhythm, and this can also happen for individuals in the summertime too. What these light boxes do is they help regulate our daytime and nighttime cycle by absorbing and being near 2-3 feet close to these lights and going about our normal day, reading or writing, or even I get ready in the morning. I will do my hair in the morning with this box on, focused on my face. These boxes give you white light. It's healthy light, very similar to daylight. This is really critical because this type of therapy, light therapy for depression and mood disorders, and even for behavioral therapies, it's actually been studied. In 2005, this was actually a time when I went through seasonal affective disorder. I was living in Boston. I was working and putting myself through naturopathic medical school. I was a Floridian, fish out of water, living in what seemed like the Arctic cold and super dark days of New England winters. And in 2005, while I was in naturopathic school and doing clinical work, one of the things that was amazing is it came out, there were studies that looked at how to gently resolve naturally seasonal depression, chronic states of depression, as well as individuals that have sleep imbalances. And these studies have been overwhelmingly positive for the utilization of these light boxes. The really interesting points of this 2005 study is they actually looked at light therapy for dementia, senile dementia patients, and individuals that are shift workers, and individuals that travel a lot, international travel, business travelers that might be experiencing jet lag. Light box therapies are powerful. And as you can see here, I have an array of different light boxes. There are the smaller ones that you can have. These can be set up where this is literally a clock, and it's great because you can set an alarm to it, and it can give you the outside temperature, and it gives you several different settings of light. You can also have a little larger stand if maybe you're crafting or you're working in your office. And in fact, these light boxes, they actually produce 10,000 lux. So that's the kind of degree of light, natural light that you get. For instance, in the summertime, so if we look at June, middle part of June, when our days are the longest and we have the most light, the day starts out at 750 lux, and then it goes all the way up to 81,000 lux at noon, and then it dips down to 750 lux. We see that flipping in the winter months, and it's much less. So it's really important that these boxes, you can mimic and mirror your summertime happy time that produces more happy chemicals. And in fact, these studies illustrate that melatonin production is greatly enhanced when we use these light boxes gradually for 15 to 20 minutes in the morning time, or I recommend any time before noon. And that over time, you can gradually move up to 30 to 45 minutes of time in front of these light boxes. That actually mimics the daytime being outside light. And what the chemical process in your brain is, your brain actually stimulates melatonin production. Melatonin is what helps you regulate your body and gets you to sleep in an appropriate time frame. So without light therapy, melatonin production dips and can be imbalanced. And that is really critical for keeping your serotonin, dopamine levels balanced. In my protocol, I also share with you some resources for other building blocks for other neurotransmitters like 5-HTP and a really critical steroidal supplement that is critical to balance out. Sometimes we need to be at 100,000 milligrams of this one particular supplement. So I'm going to recommend, if you want to check out my download, there will be a link up above or down below. I hope you will grab that because it is very impactful. So comment down below if you currently experience seasonal affective disorder or are feeling depressed right now because of the state of affairs that we're in. Fall of 2020 and the pandemic is raging here in the United States and throughout the world. And it's winter time. And so that combination is really, unfortunately, the perfect storm for many of you viewers to be experiencing traditional symptoms and states of depression. And it is very concerning to me, the mental health of all of you watching. For many of you, my regular viewers, I talk a lot about this in my live shows, but it's really important now more than ever that you support your mental health. One of the things I really like about Lightbox therapy is you can really mentally and emotionally be in front of these light boxes and utilize meditative tools and even different guided meditation where it can make you feel like and take you back to happy times on the beach in the summertime. So I love these boxes. This box, light box, would be something that I would have set up or recommend for use in somebody's home or in their office. And again, you can utilize this on the daily. It is compounding in terms of just the overall production of melatonin that you're going to experience. So if you do end up buying one of these, and I'll put some links down below, they are affiliate links and you clicking on that link supports my channel. If you do decide to purchase one of these units, they are super easy to set up. As you can see here, they are super, super easy. They're so simple. This solid single pedestal stand, it takes up less space. You can use these on a table or desk. There are 2 buttons on the sides that allow you to adjust and angle your light for optimal coverage. You can read in front of it. You can multitask for use in the office space. This particular box has met bright light therapy standards. It has 10,000 lux at an outdoor level at a comfortable distance. It emits balanced white light for eye safety. It has a full field of illumination for easy use. It's 100% UV free. It's glare-free diffuser for visual comfort. It's adjustable height for optimal positioning, and it projects light from above for the best effect. It has 2 settings. You can have a 5,000, the lower lux, and the 10,000. I want to share with you what that looks like. There's a switch on the side. So turning it off, that's the 10,000. It's pretty bright. And then that's the 5,000. And all of these units have variations in terms of the lux setting. So if you choose to buy one of these and you want to ease into your use, you can have it on the low setting. Or if you have really intense depression, you could start off with your 10-20 minutes in front of this high-powered 10,000 lux. These light boxes are seriously no joke, friends. They are highly impactful. They are literally enhancing of your brain biochemistry and will help regulate the balancing of happy chemicals within your body. That is such a huge win-win for each and every one of you who might be feeling off, down and depressed, and even for individuals who might be experiencing clinical depression that is frequent and longer term. What they've studied in 2015 is that this is an adjunct to behavioral therapy, just simply being in front of the light. I also want to recommend that if you are indoors quite a bit because of the pandemic and changes to your whereabouts and getting outbound, so even if it's cold out, do make a point of walking outside and getting some degree of sunlight. Now, the sunlight that you're getting in the winter months won't nearly match what you're getting in the summertime or with these light boxes, but it is good for your mental health to get outbound, to breathe fresh air, to feel the wind on your face, on your extremities, if it's warm enough for you to have hands and your face outside. But nowadays with mask wearing, we're also highly limited too with our experience of nature. And so I always recommend that you get in touch with nature, get in touch with that side of yourself that needs to be outbound. I know that seasonal depression and winter blues and clinical depression can be very challenging. It can feel like you are in a pit of despair. I speak from personal experience, particularly with seasonal affective disorder. And I want you to know you're not alone and that there are ways for us to balance the biochemistry within your body. And that is a prompt for you to download this guide. I hope you will find that extremely helpful. I know that it has helped me and it has helped hundreds of my patients. I put this protocol specifically to help you get through this crazy time. So friends, please check out these amazing light boxes. They are wonderful as gifts for yourself, for your self-care and for your mental health, but they also make great gifts for friends and family members who might be suffering. The cost of self-care and mental health is absolutely priceless, and these boxes are a worthy, wonderful investment to helping balancing out the brain chemistry and the neurotransmitter imbalances that are plaguing you today. So I do hope you check out all of these boxes. I'll include individual links to each one. And there's a special treat at the end of the video. I've got a little unboxing that you can kind of see how these got set up here in our studio. I want to wish each and every one of you a healthy and safe fall and winter time. We are in perilous, uncharted territory here as we are all journeying through a global pandemic, and you're not alone. And I'm going to encourage you to join us on my live show. I host a live show here on YouTube Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Friday is a special Q&A live where it's Ask Dr. Melissa anything health and wellness related. And I definitely look forward to seeing you then. If you haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified when we do go live, as well as when I feature other video content. And again, I want to wish you all well. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.
You by my side.